Hey, Ray. A lot of targets yesterday. Were you expecting that coming in, or did the game just kind of lead to that?
First and foremost, I have to thank God, for the opportunities, and you never know going into a game what's gonna come and what's not gonna come. So my mindset was just anything that comes my way, make plays, and that's what it was, Do my job, my number called.
All right, Nick Faribault.
Hey, Ray. On the 5 there, you and Mason seemed like you might have had a miscommunication when Mason kind of hit it right in front of you there on the goal line. Looks like you ran a curl and up. Was that a miscommunication, or what kind of went on in that play there between you and Mason?
No miscommunication, just mis-execution. Just throughout the game, we didn't execute on certain plays, and that's something that bit us in the butt towards the end.
All right, Brooke.
Hey, Ray. A couple of weeks, I think last week, Mike Tomlin said that, the issues that you were having on punt return were just unacceptable. What kind of things do you practice during the week to make sure that you don't have any fumbles or muffs or anything like that going forward?
We always do ball security things, but for me, it's not a practice thing. It's more of a decision thing. And my mentality being back there, at the times I have made mistakes back there, are trying to make the big play instead of making the 10, the 15. And me and Coach Tomlin talked about it, and it was more of let's be unselfish sometimes and just take the 10 yards rather than trying to make something bigger than something out of nothing, And those are times that I had made mistakes in my career. That I've been in the NFL trying to make something out of nothing, and sometimes you got to take what's given, But going forward, I'm not gonna take away my me being say the right thing when I say that aggressive back there, because that's what makes a great punt returner, being aggressive, taking, but you just got to know when to do it, when not to.
Brooke, did you have a follow-up?
I do, but I'll wait to the end because it is not football related. It's fashion related. So I'll circle back around.
Okay. All right. Backo?
Hey, what's up, Ray? I just wanted to ask you, after the game yesterday, there were a couple guys on both sides who were honestly kind of confused that NFL games can end in a tie. They were mostly younger guys who haven't played in the league for very long. I mean, did you know going into overtime that's a possible outcome? I don't think you've been a part of a tie at this level. Weird was that whole.
That's my first. That's my first tie, and that's actually a rule I learned maybe last year as well. I didn't know that till like last year, so I understand the young ones, because I know in college you go back and forth, but definitely it's not a win, it's not a loss, but we didn't execute like we wanted to. We didn't get the job done.
Jim Colony?
I was going to follow up, Micaiah, if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead.
Ray, just on that topic, I wanted to ask you, there is some, talk of should the NFL have ties? As a player, as a competitor, what's your point of view? Would you rather that not even be a possible outcome when you get to this level?
It has its pros and its cons, but I would say the cons of it is more like the game can go longer, more wear and tear. You can go on 4 more, and that's a whole nother game you play that day, So, and then end of the day you have a next game mentality as well. So I feel like what the rules that's there now is pretty solid.
All right, Jim Colony.
I kind of wish I had a fashion question, but I guess I'll have to keep it to football. A lot of Steeler fans thought, the feeling we got on our show this morning was they felt like it was a loss. It wasn't a win, wasn't a loss, but how did you feel about it maybe yesterday? And then do you feel any differently about the tie today and what it felt like?
In this building, it feels like a loss. Coming in, it feels like a loss for us. I think our standards are set high here. The culture that Coach Tomlin's built here. But you have to applaud Detroit for a great game. And like I said, we didn't execute well. They made plays when players needed to be made. And but we just got to go in the lab and fix things that need to be fixed and go to the next game.
Jim, did you have a follow-up?
No, I just couldn't figure out how to lower my hand. I forgot.
Okay. Brooke?
All right, fashion question. I'm working on a story about Joe Hayden and his game day outfits. He said that you have a style that he also really likes. Wondering, when you see what Joe comes in with, what is your reaction to his game day outfits, and where do you get your inspiration for when you're dressing on game day?
With Joe Money, I mean, Joe's different money, so you get a different look with Joe. You know, he gonna have his Jordan, he gonna have his, sometimes he gets a little brim hat, you know, that he got his own look. But Joe always been clean since when he was at Florida. When he was coming out of Florida, you know, I'm from Florida, so I kind of watched the Gators a lot. So, but me personally, that's just a feeling thing. Yesterday it was cold, so whatever I was gonna wear, it was gonna be something to keep me warm. But just a feeling thing, you know, whatever I feel like wearing that day, whatever I feel comfortable in. Just like if I'm going on to the game, the field, I gotta feel comfortable, how I'm feeling. And I feel like everybody should feel when they're dressing, just feel comfortable what they're wearing.
I know Joe won the swag award from the team after that, after the fashion show a couple weeks ago. Is he the best dressed guy on the Steelers and maybe in the NFL?
No, on the Steelers. He probably top NFL, not the Steelers though.
Well, who's the top? Are you the top? I'm not
gonna put Joe over me. I'm not gonna put Joe over me. Nah, but Joe be clean though, definitely, man. Joe's he's a priority when it comes to dressing.
Thanks, Ray.
Yes, ma'am.
Adamski?
Hey, Ray. Just you know, it's I don't know if it's a coincidence per se that the game that Mason starts, the first one that you've been here, that you have your biggest game. Is there sort of a rapport or a chemistry you have with him, or that you guys either practice or whatever, or that was he saying I'm going to go to you or something yesterday?
I don't think it's that. I think it's just opportunities. The defense are putting the defense kind of ran certain things that where I'm at may be open, you know. But we definitely, even last year when I was on doing scout team a lot, when I was first guy here, Mason was at quarterback, so I used to go with him a lot. And even this year, sometimes I jump in scout team just to work on different things and on my game, and I go with him. And you know, so we kind of built a chemistry, I would say, but I don't think that had anything to do with me having, I guess, extra targets. You know, it was just more of that's how the game came, and that's how we took it.
All right, guys, this is going to be the last one. Batco?
Yeah, along those lines, Ray, just how strange was it finding out Saturday that Ben, you know, was going to be a late scratch? Mason was going to be in there. How did you guys as an offense handle it? How did Mason handle it? Obviously, that's not something that happens too often.
We handle it like a professional team, you know, and that's why we practice, and that's why Mason practices, because things like that do happen in this league, whether it's part of COVID or injury, you know, and you got to be ready, prepared. And so that's why mentally, like even with me when Jew was playing and everybody was playing, and I had maybe two plays or one play. It's one play, somebody go down, got to know every play, you know. And Mason was highly prepared for it. Like I said, we didn't execute on both sides of the balls like we should, and Mason held his weight and did what he needed to do to put us in a winning position.